record. All right. Thank you everyone for your time, for jumping on this. Maybe you're seeing it live, maybe you're seeing it recorded. I want to introduce myself so you know who I am. And then we're going to dive into exactly why the person that brought you here, brought you here was to talk about the solar industry, the apricot opportunity, and why you got into this. So again, my name is Kristen. I build this business with Ryan Johnson. We are national junior partners with the company. That literally means nothing to you. It just means we've been around some time. We've built a team and an organization nationwide. We are in 27 states across the country, and we have rank advanced in the company. So I just want to give you a little background so we're not complete strangers, and a little bit why we were looking for a change. So what happened was, and maybe you guys were also affected, we were affected by COVID 2 years ago. Our business got completely wiped out overnight. We were in the digital marketing sector. We were in HVAC and plumbing. And overnight, it was illegal now to go into people's homes unless it was an emergency. That was our niche. And so we couldn't charge our customers. And we also didn't know when we could come back. So my husband and I sat down and we said, what are we going to do? We also had seen a couple of things change with Facebook, and truly we were not fulfilled with that career. It was like, oh, we need something new. But for the past over 14 years, we have never really had a boss. We've always been independent. We've always been 1099 kind of people. And so we needed a lot of boxes checked in order to fulfill, what we were missing, I guess, was like the freedom. And like, I could not literally, like, I just, the idea of getting into an office at 8 in the morning and never seeing my kids and being told when I could go on vacation just like never resonated with us. Additionally, we had built a very successful career in the network marketing space, but we did not want to have to build another team of over 10,000 people, a customer model where you're only making, 5, 10, 50, 100, maybe $500 at most per person. That is exhausting. And it was also just not something we were passionate about anymore. So we had done that, but we did not want to do that again. Additionally, we now have 2 young kids. Things are different than when we were young and single or didn't have children. We could pack up and do whatever. And we really, back in the day, like, were obsessed with the word hustle. We thought it was cool not to like do your weekends and, talk about how much we worked and all these things. That no longer applies to us. Well, I don't really believe in work-life balance. I believe there are seasons. I also am at a place in my life where I'm willing to sacrifice some income for more time with my family. So again, it's whatever fits for you, but I just want to be, upfront with what reasons Ryan and I were looking for a new deal. So over the past 2 years, we've now been involved with Apricot Solar. We have are lucky or blessed, whatever you want to call it, to actually know the CEOs of the company for over 10 years. And when everything had to go virtual, I said to Ryan, you need to call Dave. They have no choice but to go virtual. And it doesn't matter that we currently live in Canada. So he called Dave, and Dave said, I would love to work with you guys. It was a perfect opportunity, and we got involved, and we have actually, over the last 2 years, never sat at home and have built a company entirely nationwide without ever being in the country. So we're excited to say that we're working on changing that, but I just want you guys to know what is possible. And one of the great benefits of Apricot Solar is it doesn't matter where you are, you can build nationwide. So what we're doing here is at Apricot that I really believe that, some of the things that set us apart are we want to change the solar industry and do what's right for the customer. At our team here, we are always going, what is best for the customer? I truly feel that the industry is about to change and adjust. They're going to start saying you're going to max out on commissions. You're going to do things. You can see this in industries like real estate, insurance, mortgages. There is a lot of red tape and there is a lot of paperwork, right? And that's so that we do what's right for the customer. Here, you can sleep well at night. You can make a great commission, but you also know that, you're not harming anyone and you're not doing, some old lady, you're just like overcharging her. That's not right. That's not what we do as a team here. Additionally, owning our own time. This is your own business. You are a 1099. You work as much or as little as you want. And those are a direct result of what results you're going to see. And then it's owning your own business without the additional overhead costs. So maybe you have looked into owning a traditional business, or you do, or you're changing from one. There is a ton upfront, hundreds of thousands, if not, 7 figures in just to starting. Here, you get to act as if you have your own business, but you get to have Apricot as a vehicle doing all the things for you: HR, lawyers, paperwork, setting up, making sure you get your commissions, and also brokering the deals with the largest installers in the country. So you don't have to do that, right? You can go out and do what you do best, which is serve customers and do sales. We have unlimited upward mobility. Our CEO was a sales rep in the field, so he understands exactly how we feel. And he created a plan where the more people you help, customers and other people on your team, the more money you create. So this way, people are not leaving. Most people leave a career because there's a ceiling. I've reached this, or, I don't have enough education to get to the next level. I don't have the ability because maybe there's seniority or some other bullshit rule why you can't get to the next level. Or maybe they just decided that they want like their niece and their nephew and their son to always be in the top spots, and you just don't have the ability there. Here, it's not like that. Everyone starts at the same spot, and it's about the work you do and the help you do to the team and the company. Additionally, we have a revenue share model versus a red line model. I'm not going to dive too deep into this, but if you are an industry veteran, you absolutely know what the red line model is. And we are going to flip it on its head with the revenue share model. You're no longer going to be in competition with your teammates or your sidelines. You're not going to and what this also creates in a revenue share model is it allows you the benefit of helping your team and also helping people sideline and throughout the whole company. And that's what we want to create here. I want anyone that joins our team, what is your goals and how do we help you get there? Because if I help you achieve your goals, or the person that invited you to this, the better they do. And that's a much better environment that if I don't promote you, I make more money. And that's essentially the red line model. You might make more money on that first initial sale, but as you're moving through, your business plan in the red line model, there's going to be a point where your manager, your upline direct sales people, they can undersell you and undercut you, and they don't want you to promote to the system because then they no longer make any money. So we can dive more deep into that on another conversation after this. One of my favorite things is you can build a nationwide sales team. So we are currently in 27 states. So you no longer have that challenge of you live in California, but you've got a buddy in Florida, but you can't service them and you have to send someone else there. You can do it virtually. You can do a team. If someone does live there and they want an in-home presentation, you can split the commissions, but it really gives you a lot of stability. Also, what happens here is, as we've seen in the past, California is trying to make some changes, or Florida tried to shut it down, solar down last year. If this happens, you can transition and pivot to a new state, new city, or a new location, but you don't have to shut your whole business down, right? So it gives us more security. Also, you can think about who are those people that you would want to work with that you might never get the opportunity to. You can now do that. The other thing is, if you never want to build a team, you don't have to. If you are like an independent person that's like, I have no business building a team or have no desire, you do not have to, but you can still make a great income here. 9 out of 10 homes do not have solar in the USA. So I'm not a big hype person. I don't like to do that. But if we know that so many people do not have solar yet, that gives us a huge runway. And what I was looking for was a long-term place. I don't want to jump from place to place. I want some sort of stability. 9 out of 10 homes not having solar, it gives us a huge market to work with. And it's likely that your neighbor doesn't have solar and their friends, etc. This gives us a long runway to build a career. I don't know about you, but it is exhausting if you're constantly going to the next thing and the next thing. I don't want to do that. I want somewhere where I've got time to stay. I can build, a vision, a future for my family and I. And then last but not least, the leverage income and the time freedom, right? If we don't build the leveraged income, we cannot help anybody else. I would gather a guess that most people say when they're doing their list of goals, I want to help others. But the thing is, if we cannot help ourselves, we can't help others. So here, as you help others through our compensation plan, you now make overrides, and then those can really equate to large amounts of income. So there is a point where you actually maybe aren't selling solar in the future, years from now. And because of what you did today, actually allows you to have an income tomorrow without as much work, or, maybe you're on the beach and you just made $20,000 that day. All right, so I'm going to dive in here to this next slide. So these two beautiful human beings are my children. They're my why. And so I know it's kind of weird. Why are we talking about this? And maybe I don't care about your kids, but I do. And this isn't about you caring about my beautiful kids. This is about you deciding why you would want to make a change, an adjustment, or join solar, right? It's a big deal to start a business. It's not easy. Quitting can be an option. It's easier to go get a salary job, and they tell you when you can go for lunch, and they tell you when you can have a vacation, and they tell you when you can go to the doctor, and they let you know that you're going to have a copay. And by the way, this isn't covered, and all this other bullshit. But what's not easy is when you got to do it with no one else telling you what to do, and it has to come from the inside. So that's why we really talk about why you'd want to do this. So whether you want a down payment for a house, or you want to go on vacation whenever you want. I really want to get my kids into fancy private schools because we're moving to America. We want to do, African safaris, and guided tours at Disney, y'all, are like $700 an hour. Yeah. Okay. And it's crazy. I looked it up. And so I'm like, I hate lines. I never want to stand in line. My husband is allergic to lines. If he sees one, he turns around. But if you want to do a guided tour at Disney, you got to be rich. Okay. End of story. So also just things like enrolling my girls in activities and sports that they would like, without ever having to blink. You want to do soccer, you want to do an art class, you want to take whatever it is, done. Mommy and daddy got it taken care of. And creating life experiences and not having to wait to do that. It's not next year or the next time we get a vacation. Okay. So I want every single one of you to think about why you're going to do that, because that's what's going to keep you committed, and it's going to remind yourself. And this is not about the person that invited you to this. This is 100% about why you would do it. So now that we've kind of established why you're looking at joining solar, let's jump into why you should join our team specifically, and why Apricot's the best decision for you. So the industry allows us to save homeowners money and establish them to save tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, over the lifetime of owning their home. And it's also better for the planet. So since the year 2000, average increases are going up over 50%. And we have seen reports from Bloomberg and the Wall Street Journal that they're going to go up over 30 to 40% just this year. Legally, utility companies can raise their rates anywhere from 5 to 8% a year. And it doesn't matter now if you keep your lights on or you shut off your air conditioning and you're just boiling over the summer, because the rates have went up. So whether you use the same amount of power every year, or even less, your bill is going to continue to go up, and you have no say in the matter currently. So these utility rate increases are not stopping, and they're affecting hundreds of millions of homeowners across the country. And solar energy and net zero home is a solution for their problems. So when we have a solution for a problem, that means we can create wealth, right? So that's not going anywhere. Next up, we are partnered with the #1 solar installer in the entire country, Sunrun, and they also do lease options. So they give us an ability to serve customers that might not qualify for doing a purchase. And they're also the biggest company in the country, giving us a lot of stability. Second up, our partnership with Freedom Forever. We're a super dealer with Freedom Forever, meaning we get unbeatable prices. We can sell nationwide for the customer. They handle all our project management, start to finish, so you don't have to. And then the relationship we have is really important with us. So it allows us to sell across the country, right? And if you don't know, there's a huge headache to do this. Maybe you've looked at starting your own company, or you are at another company. There are hundreds of utilities and municipalities and HOAs across the country that have to be contacted and set up with. In California, there's more than 400 alone. So Freedom Forever has done the legwork for us, so we don't have to do that. Okay, they've been in business for over 10 years, are debt-free, and are the #2 installer in the country. They're in 28 states, and they've got a great rating on the Better Business Bureau. And so when it comes to what you're looking for an installer, we want to be with the best, right? So lucky for us, we're already partnered with the best. Oh, people are coming in here. All right. So additionally to making our installs happen quicker and more efficient, Freedom Forever invested $125 million into software to help build our projects in under 45 seconds. What's more important than the time is the accuracy of the estimates. That means we have less change orders, get quicker details to the customer, and we have less, things where we would come back and need to change and another objection for the customer. So our partnership with the #1 and 2 installers in the countries mean we can build deals that no one can, giving us the advantage over any other company. It gives us peace of mind with inventory challenges due to shipping and tariffs, and we can provide the best prices to our homeowners. We have seen over the years, you guys know, challenges that have arisen due to COVID, tariffs, shipping things. We were not affected. Our businesses did not get shut down. We didn't come into the office over the last 2 years and been told you cannot work. What we were told over the last 2 years is we're adjusting to this panel, or we were able to get this panel. And so it was wonderful. And we did see people, our solar brother and sisters and other companies, maybe small regional players, they got shut down and didn't have work because they didn't have the capital behind them to have large amounts of inventory and get the prices we can provide. And lastly, our partnership with Vivint, introducing the net zero home to the market. It changes our conversation with homeowners, and we provide even more value to the customer. And in turn, it increased our realization rates and our customer satisfaction rate. So the industry standard right now is about, just under 50%, which is terrible. That means 50% of the deals you sell don't go to install. So that means half the work you put in, you don't get paid on. Also means rising costs, because all of that costs money, go on to the customer. So here, when we introduced Vivint, we took it to over 80% in our company. Our team is spectacular at doing this. We do not like to do deals that don't go in to install. So this means now, instead of 50% of your deals going to install, we are generally over 8 out of 10, which means our customers are getting better prices, but we are also getting paid on all the work we are doing. All right, so I'm going to show you this nice video here because it shows it nice to me, and you can see our partnership with them.
Congratulations. As part of the exclusive Freedom Forever and Vivint partnership, a Vivint Smart Home Essentials package is included with your solar project at no cost. A Vivint system makes your energy smart and your home even more efficient. With smart sensors that know when you're home, a smart thermostat that automatically adjusts the temperature, and a smart hub that makes it all work together, you can save even more each month. On top of increased efficiency, Vivint gives you complete peace of mind with smart security that includes 24/7 professional monitoring and cameras that can protect your property, detect packages, and send lurkers running. The Vivint Smart Home Essentials package, 36 months of worry-free service and 24/7 professional monitoring is all included at no cost. After 36 months, you can keep the monitoring and app access for a discounted monthly cost, or choose to cancel. If you haven't already scheduled the installation of your Vivint system, you can expect a call from Vivint within the next 48 hours to find a time that works for you. With Vivint, your home is going to be greener, smarter, and safer.
So the value of this partnership for us, you guys, is if you're in the industry, you'll understand that it takes a long time. We've got permits, we've got all the things that we knew, engineering plans, site assessment, all that happens before glass gets on the roof. So now what we've done is we've changed that. Solar install can start as quickly as 24 hours after you've signed paperwork. What this does is it gives our customers something tangible to hold on to, and we can also offer them discounts. This is 100% free to our customers for the first package and for 3 years, and they can cancel anytime. So it's just a really great value add on the front end, but it also starts the solar process sooner, and it has raised or like reduced our cancellation, by over 20%. It's absolutely been a game changer for us. So this is a huge, huge, huge benefit to us by having this. All right, so what we do for homeowners, what are you going to do if you're a solar advisor? What we do at Apricot Solar and our team is we are here to help them decide if net zero home is the right for them. So we do that by educating them, showing them the design, and then qualifying. And that just means to see if financially they qualify for it. We show them why solar versus their traditional utility. We show them money savings, and then we show them the net zero advantage. The reason homeowners are going solar is because of all the benefits, the savings, the clean energy, and going green. But, we're not here necessarily to sell them. We're just here to show them their options. If they stick with their utility, this is what's going to cost them. But if they decide to go solar, did you know you could save $100,000 over the next 30 years? Did you know the government will give you currently 26% federal tax credit, right? No utility is calling them and saying, thank you for being a customer for so long. We're going to give you a discount. They're like, no, actually, we're changing our fee and it's going to be more money. So when they're looking at this, they can see from our end, they're going to have no upfront costs to eliminate their electricity bill. So everything we do, there's no cost to the homeowner in the beginning, okay? We're going to lower their monthly payments almost every single time unless we need to do an insane amount of roof work, which we can do. Currently, the federal tax incentive for people that qualify is 26%. And once they own their power and the system is paid off, if they choose to purchase, then they no longer have the bill. That is never going to happen when you stick with your utility company, right? The utility company is not like, cool, you've been here for 30 years, you don't have to pay anymore. Never happens. So this is really wonderful, and it gives us a lot of peace of mind. Okay. We are also a utility replacement, so we can show homeowners that you're not now paying two bills, most likely. You're now paying one, and it's going to be less. So even if it was apples to apples and the bill was exactly the same, our bill will never go up. So no matter what, we always win. So when you take a step back and you look at it from the homeowner's view, their savings, they have clean energy, and it's going to impact them for the rest of their lives. It really isn't a sale. It's just about education on what their options are. And then we're going to show them similarly a slide like this, and the homeowner is going to have two choices. They can either stay with their residual monthly bill, because obviously you can't choose your utility company, or you can go solar and get immediate savings and take advantage of that tax credit. On average, our customers are getting anywhere from $7,000 to $12,000 plus in that first year, if they can qualify to take it all. If not, they don't lose it. They can take it over the time. But then the thing is, your payments go to paying off an asset and increase the value of their home. Staying with the utility company doesn't do that. And as you can see in this example, going solar saved the homeowner $40,000 without the tax credit over the first 25 years. All right, so I'm going to dive in more about the business here now. So I want to talk about why people are choosing to join solar specifically and why they should join us. So we're going to talk about trends, right? There's a pattern in trends. They emerge over 10 years. You can see Microsoft, the internet, Facebook, cell phones, solar. But what we also know about these things is when they first came to market, they were really expensive, right? No, like, unless you're super rich, you are not getting the internet. Unless you're like the CIA, you're not getting the internet. Facebook might have been the only one that Mark Zuckerberg, made at university where it was for free in the beginning. It is now not free to do anything on there mostly. But what I am saying is, I'm not here to tell you I'm Mark Zuckerberg or, Sarah Blakely maybe making Spanx. What I am here to show you on this trend is, when they first were introduced, they're very expensive, and we had the early adopters that could afford it were doing it. Now everything is affordable, right? Facebook is free. Almost every single person has a cell phone, in the modern world countries. These things are very affordable for everyone, and that is where solar is going. This is what we're calling the early majority is now moving into solar. We know that panels are still working from decades ago, and now the rest of the people are moving into adoption. What's important about this and what you need to know is this is where wonderful incomes are created and amazing opportunities for our customers are to truly save. This is the easiest time to catch the wave on building a business and also getting the best savings for your homeowner. So right now, if you think of it as a wave, and if you could see me, if you're a surfer, which I'm not, I'm just pretending, you're going to catch the wave at the bottom. I'm like 100% sure you're not going to try and get it at the top where it's cresting, right? So we are at that bottom. Our team and Apricot Solar have been around long enough where we are ironing out kinks, but we are young enough, where we are like ready to fly, and we are seasons enough in our sales experience where we really can start people off very efficiently and effectively. And this is the time to catch the wave. 9 out of 10 homeowners do not have solar on their homes, but we have proven that solar works, right? So it's no longer, oh, what's a solar panel? What is that? This is a normal conversation. Just like my grandma had a cell phone, right? She, was 90 years old. She has a cell phone, right? So this is where we're going with solar. So I really want you to think about that when you are evaluating where you want to go in an industry, for runway and also for your business. So like I mentioned before, in our top 10 reasons why you should join Apricot, people leave a job because there's nowhere for them to grow and go up. That is why it's different at Apricot. We have unlimited potential, unlimited earnings. And I know it sounds too good to be true, and that's gross. And I'm not here to hype you up like that, but I am here to show you some numbers today. So I want to show you what makes us different at Apricot. First of all is our education. Now that you're becoming an expert at all this, we have Apricot Academy. This is what sets us apart from a lot of other companies in the industry. We don't just onboard you and say, go, good luck, figure it out. We have a structured 4-week training. We currently do it live, but now it is going to be in the next couple of weeks, 100% digital as well. So that if you are transitioning out of a career, you can do it in your evenings. So why this is important, you're going to be taught by industry experts. You can ask questions. It's going to test you. It's also going to help you build your confidence. So at this point, most people are going, how much does it cost, right? If you are going to get in real estate, mortgages, all sorts of things, the education costs money. So here, we do not charge you for Apricot Academy. It's 100% free. You don't need to pay for a license unless you're in certain states. They do mandate like a license, and we'll help you with that. But it's not expensive. You don't need to pay for the training, and there isn't any onboarding fee to get started. Okay. On the flip side, you now have the ability to earn while you learn. You do not have to wait until you're done your training to get paid. Your trainer will help you and walk you through every single detail of the deals, and be in home with you or be virtually with you, whatever it takes to ensure that you're successful from the start. So people are doing deals, they're in Apricot Academy the first week, they know how to get utility bills, they have some influence, and they can do sales while they're doing their training. And like I said, I don't know if you've looked into other things. There's generally an admission cost and a test cost, whether it's insurance or real estate or even serving alcohol, you need to pay to do these things. So at Apricot, we want to make sure our sales force is changing the way the solar business is done. And we start that with the best education in the industry. And we do that for free for you. So while you're doing, the next step is going to be to go pro. This is doing 4 sales in your first month. We're going to show you how to hit that. And then you're going to be able to do this with your eyes closed. Being consistent is the first step through moving through our compensation plan, and is also the first step for you to create a income for yourself. Next up, we call what's our M2B position. This is us helping going to march to $1 billion in revenue, our first $1 billion in revenue as a company. We're going to show you how to hit that. It's 4 points. We're just doubling what you're doing at pro. Okay. And then we also have trainer. Trainer is what's called our multiplier in our business. This is where you are skilled at doing everything from all the paperwork, helping to onboard people. You're comfortable with this. And now you get what's called trainer status. You get to create leverage with your paycheck here, and you get paychecks on your commissions when you help the newest person and you're growing through the ranks, and you start getting overrides. So we help you get to trainer. There's a few extra tests here so that we can set up everyone for success. I wanted to show you this, like these, obviously, if you're brand new, these mean nothing to you. They're just words. But what it does show you here is that at Apricot, there is room to advance through the ranks. Okay. So there's a place to continue to go up. Also, if you are in the industry or you have some sort of, selling background, I want to be very clear. We do no favors and we have no politics here. We don't do any money advances. We're not paying people to join our opportunity. I'm not bribing you to come or stay. Everyone gets to start at the same place and has an equal opportunity to go to the top. Well, I think joining our team at Apricot is an advantage to you. It doesn't mean that you're getting any checks cut, okay? We check the ego at the door. And if you want to get here and you want to get to the top and make the big income, you need to start where everyone else started, and prove your worth. So if you're an industry veteran, I just want to, be very clear there that you might even surprise yourself at how much you're going to learn in the APRA Academy classes and some of the things we do differently, okay? All right, so let's talk about some income. This is obviously not every single income on every single deal, okay? But I wanted to give you an example. This is not extremely high PPW. PPW, you'll see it says 3.0. What that means is just how much money we're selling per watt. You learn this in APRA Academy class. So this is kind of where it started clicking for me that, I can make a great income, but also how am I helping the customer? So what we're going to do is, we know every time our friends and our family and the people we know turn on their lights or plug in their charger or turn on the stove, the rent is due on their utility bill. So we know we have a ton of people we can talk to about their utility bills. Next up, we want to talk about saving them money, right? So if this person is paying $241 a month and we bring them down to $193, they're using the same amount of energy. Which one are they going to pick? Always the lower bill. And even if that's the only thing we did, we just saved them like $50 a month. That doesn't suck, right? So on top of that, it doesn't matter where they're located in the country. We can do this in 28 states for business, but here's an example on this one. You can see this is in the state of Nevada. We brought their bill down, and you can see the commission here on this for the solar advisor is $7,800. The customer's first year savings is $2,800, so just shy of $2,900. You can also see on this that they are going to get a tax credit in this instance of $16,569. So in the first year of your customer going solar with us, they are just about at $19,000 in savings for year one, once they get the tax credit, okay? So this is where you can see we are really helping others. It also is never going to happen if they stay with the utility company. What happens if their tax credit was only $7,000 and you only made $4,000? Not really a bad day in the office, right? Additionally, if you're comparing this to other industries, you can do this in a couple hours, and then the most amount of time is managing it to taking it to install. So a couple hours of work, $7,000 a month. We know that most people in the country aren't even making that a month, let alone one sale for a year for their income, for their salary. Right? I know tons of people that Tesla just laid off. I just interviewed a guy and it wasn't a fit for him because he was so in the employee mindset. He was working for Tesla on the corporate side of doing solar panels. He was making $55,000 a year on salary. Over here, if you did one deal a month, you're making more than that. If you're doing 4 deals a month and they're installing, okay, you get paid on installs, that's just about $400,000. That's crazy, right? I don't know a lot of places where people like myself, a very average human being, a Canadian up here that never gets to leave her house because of COVID, has an opportunity to make that kind of income. I don't know people that have big fancy companies. I don't have a lot of nepotism in my back pocket. So this was a place for me that I was like, okay, I can really do this, and it doesn't take a lot. So that is where, when I had mentioned before that I did not want to build a team of 10,000 people, where you can see that you don't need to do this now. If I went and sold 4 deals, I'm making way more money than if I had a team of 10,000 people. Okay. But I do want to give you an example that if we do have a team doing this at 10 to 20 deals a month, not all are going to be 7,000. Some maybe are 2,500 or 12,000, but you can see here that solar is going to make a lot of money. We're going to, increase our commissions. And then based on where Ryan and I personally are in the ranks, we're also going to make overrides on all these sales. So those overrides are never going to take away from you. Okay. Those overrides are always going to be in addition to what you make as at the first position in our company. Okay. So here's a little perspective in the sales rep versus entrepreneur. Let me clarify, being a sales rep and just wanting to sell solar is not bad. It's totally a personal choice. Maybe that's how you want to start. And then eventually when you get some vision, you're like, I want to make a team. But when you are a rep and you stop working, the money stops. But when you build a team here, you can start creating leverage income. And when you stop working, the money doesn't stop. So Jimmy J is a partner in our business, just announced that he had taken his family to Disney. And while he was in Disney for 3 days, he made over $10,000. So he paid for his Disney trip and he wasn't working, right? But he did build a team. So he laid the groundwork before. So, in order to scale your business, you need to build a team. So you can see here, the overrides just increase, but the personal commission here is $7,400. The junior partner override is $1,300. So that junior partner, because you went to work and did a sale, just got a $1,300 check when it goes to install. The partner, in addition, now gets $2,500. So the actual total payout on the sale is $11,270. In addition, we have what's called ownership pools. Okay. This is at the very top part of our compensation plan, but a portion of every single sale in the entire company go into the ownership pools. So when you move through the ranks and you help enough people, you now will get a chance to earn on every single deal in the entire company. What this does, it creates the right behavior, right? We have a behavior in our company where everyone helps everyone. The better everyone does, the better everyone does. So this means whether you help sideline or downline, as you move up in the company ranks, it doesn't matter where anyone is, you are still making an income. And that's absolutely huge. So as you can see, if I recruited Jeremy to the business, for example, Jeremy goes out and makes a sale, he makes $7,000. I'm going to make $1,300 for that. That does not suck. If we look at the junior partner position and you have 10 people doing this and they're submitting 1 project a week, that's about $13,000 a week. And that's just over $500,000 in leveraged overriding income, not including your personal production in a year. So this is the qualifications for junior partner. As I said, you don't need a lot. Maybe you need to recruit more than 3 people to get there. You totally can do that, but if you've got 3 studs, you can do there. Your commissions are also going to increase. Your personal commissions will increase from 62% to 73%. And now you're also going to get an override percentage on your team. Then this is an example of a junior partner position with a team of 5 and 5 installs, $560,000 annual commission. We added new additional ranks and they increase your personal commission. You can see, and it goes up to 73, 80, 85, and 90 for these positions. So I don't know about you, but if you're doing commission sales, there are very few places that it is not actually based on volume in sales. And it's not, right? If you're selling cosmetics or you're selling things like that, it's always based on volume and it resets every single month. So here, Dave really understood that once you're helping a team and you get there, now you can make 90% of the deal. That's absolutely huge. That's insane. And then we have partner. Partner is you start getting more overrides, more of your entire team. Okay, it just means more money, really. That's all it means. Okay, you've helped more people. And this is an example of partner income. Okay, this is $1.5 million. I do feel, and I want to preface this, guys, not a lot of people have ever made $1 million in a year. And sometimes it's even hard to wrap our mind around it. But I want to just give you an example of what is possible and what is created here for us. Here you can see the next step is called executive partner, and this is where you get the owner's profit sharing pool. Okay, so this is where every sale in the entire company, you can get a percentage of, okay? From here, you can see this is an executive partner income. This is a Deca millionaire position. And with all the success Apricot is having, we're on the ground floor for growth potential. So I know this is a lot of money. This is absolutely insane, right? I don't know the last time you did a job interview where they're like, yo, bro, you want to make $11 million? And you were like, what? Like, it does not happen, right? It's not even in the realm of conversations people have. None of us are like Elon Musk, and none of us are like taking these insane CEO positions and launching financial companies, and our bonus is 10 million. Okay. If you were like me, this was never a possibility. And it was also really hard for me to wrap your mind around. But when Apricot hits this goal, I want to tell you it's 2,500 installs a month. There's 166 people going pro, 240 people going M2B, 100 junior partners, 37 partners, and 7 executive partners. So right now we currently have 1. But our entire company is structured to promote you. You just have to go to work. And you do have to do whatever it takes, right? No one said making this kind of income was easy. The question is, do you want to get out of your own way and take a chance? Because when is the last time someone offered you the chance to make $10 million? How about $1 million? How about 500? Maybe you've never made 500, so you can't imagine making $1 million. Let's talk about 100,000. I can really go on and on. Where else can you go with the opportunity to make the kind of income and have the scale that you design? By doing what's right for the customer, the planet, and working with people you choose. Where else can you build a team and help someone else change their life? So if this resonates with you, and you can see why it's different here at Apricot, I want you to reconnect with the person that brought you to this video or webinar. There'll be an application for an interview. We do have a variety of more in-depth videos for you, but I want to finish up with solar is a big opportunity. And in Apricot, there is potential to make owner-dealer money without the financial stress and the time commitment of starting your own company. Having said that, owner money comes at a price. It takes dedication, it takes sacrifice, it takes resourcefulness, it takes hard work, and most importantly, you need to think like an entrepreneur. So if you're ready and you want to take ownership over the next chapter in your life, and you have the ability to start dreaming again, I want you to apply for an interview. And I want to be very upfront. We do not accept everyone. But if you're a leader, someone of influence, if you're hungry, if you have integrity, if you're fun, and you're looking to build a team and have a wonderful life on your terms, please apply, and we definitely want to talk to you. So to wrap this up, where do you fit? Maybe you've decided this is not right for you. I'm out of here. Peace out. Cool. We love you. Maybe you've decided, you know what, I don't want to join solar as a business, but I can see how much money I can save. Become a customer. That's wonderful. Number 3, maybe you see the value here, but you love your current job. You're very successful. You don't want to change. Create a referral partnership with the person that brought you here. They can go over how they're going to compensate you for your referrals, and we can create a win-win situation there. Or number 4, you see the vision and you want to do an interview for the spot on the team and the opportunity to start your own business. So get back with the person that brought you here, get started. And I want to just thank you for your time. Again, my name is Kristen Johnson. Likely that interview will be with me right now. Thank you so much. And I hope we get to work together. Talk to you soon.